gaming world, titles are represented by two separate yet equally important traits. The gameplay, which can range from amazing to jank, and the box art, a stylized preview of the game yet to be played, but looks can be deceiving. These are the box art deceptions.
A fantasy game where you ride around on a unicorn defeating mutated enemies, use different types of magic, and bring life back to a cursed world. Sounds awesome, right? That's what I thought of Pryzm when I saw the box. Man, was I wrong. Released in 2002 on PS2, Pryzm Chapter 1 The Dark Unicorn had average reviews and a 59 on Metacritic. There's not a whole lot of information on this game, but what I did find was split audiences. One side saying although aimed at kids it was fun and had innovative controls, while the flip side was how incredibly terrible it was and that burning their money would have been more fun. So with all that to look forward to, let's check out the box art. Oh, and don't forget to like and sub for more OK Gaming. At first glance, it's hard to not think that this game will be amazing. I didn't know this word existed, but unicorns with wings is an alicorn, and it looks angry. The game calls them unicorns though, so I will too. Just don't get mad at me, okay? We get to ride one as a wizard who has badass electrifying spells at his disposal, and the enemies look quite threatening but not too scary or dangerous. The art style is pretty well done and doesn't look tacky or cheap. The enemies actually have a lot of detail considering they're not the main focus of the cover. I love the huge, strong title, as though Pryzm as a name will speak for centuries to come, and we shall pass these tales on to our children. Also, the hopeful Chapter 1 kinda made me feel a little bad, as there never was a Chapter 2. The background is taken up by spiky vines and a dark, dreary sky. This accentuates the curse and the dead land we're told we need to revive, and also makes our protagonist stand out as the light. On the back we have more enemy types to look at. Again, creepy but not off-putting, and different biomes we can visit in-game. There are two glowing red eyes at the top, but we have no idea who or what they belong to. Mysterious. The blurb makes everything sound so interesting and dramatic. A corrupting plague of dark magic grips the world. Once lush lands have turned barren, and the inhabitants have become hostile mutant creatures. Now, join the quest of a unique young unicorn and a tenacious old troll in a desperate bid to find and destroy the source of the curse. Sounds like we'll be doing a lot to cleanse the land, and we'll have all the magical tools we need, right? I'm looking forward to seeing how they present all this in-game. The opening cutscene gives us a very brief rundown of the story. Pryzm is a young unicorn who's been enlisted to help CHARAT, the archmage of the trolls, to help rid the lands of evil and restore them to their former glory. We get to choose which area we visit, in a very boring, plain menu. Then, we're off! The game uses the left thumbstick for direction, and the right to wave CHARAT's wand. Yep, no camera controls in this game. Well, there is a first-person view, but it's not great. The spells we can use are on triangle, circle and square. X is jump and R2 is a sort of target lock. It'll give enemies a red glow when targeted, but you have to kind of move around if you want to tag a particular enemy, if there's a group of them. Our task is to defeat plants in the area, and doing so, they'll act as checkpoints and heal us. The enemies are all mutated creatures. and will change depending on which area you're in. Once defeated, or if they come in contact with the greenery, they'll morph back into whatever they were before, so gnomes, elves, trolls, or nymphs. If you lose all your health, you restart by the last flower you freed, but the enemies will respawn. The controls really hurt my brain in some parts, with the camera snapping violently or just flying around at will. I had to retrain my brain to use the right stick as a melee attack, and it was tough trying to hit some enemies because of the awkward angles. The spells don't feel like they do anything. No rumble feedback or obvious enemy reactions. Just a lot of sparkly effects. The enemies can gang up on you in some places, so keeping a target lock, waving your wand, casting spells, and running around becomes really tiring. Not to mention their ranged attacks, which usually appear as a green mist. They come from all directions, and because of the camera, you don't always see them in time. The voice acting was okay, nothing amazing, but not terrible. Pryzm and CHARAT do a little back and forth during levels, which I found funny at first, but after hearing the same thing 10 times, you just want to mute the game.
Such an old fool, you sure are heavy.
Such a young unicorn, you sure act like an old man.
Hey, I could use some more help. How about using that staff of yours a bit more?
I'm doing my share and then some.
Hey, I could use some more help. How about using that staff of yours a bit more? Hey, I could use some more help. How about using that staff of yours a bit more?
We're in big trouble. Do something.
How's this? Stop gasping and start fighting.
We're in big trouble. Do something. We're in big trouble. Do something.
The music was actually quite good, but again it was overwhelmed by the one-liners and random combat noises.
Heavy.
Such a young unicorn, you sure act like an old man. Watch where you're going.
Stop worrying. I know what I'm doing.
Considering how kick-ass the cover is, I was really disappointed by the game itself. I have no idea where reviewers were getting the "it's aimed at kids" angle, because if I played this as a kid, there would have been a hole in my TV. The levels all look the same after a while, and though the enemies change, they're still kind of annoying and take some time to defeat. The mechanics were trying their hardest to be different, but ended up just giving me a headache. It does get points for having a sassy winged unicorn to run around with at least. Sorry, alicorn.
I'm getting really sore from riding.
How do you think my back's feeling?
This was fun. Let's do it again sometime. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below.